Hello, and thank you so much for coming to this parent-teacher conference. I am so sorry that they don't have a translator available. However, I am using my device and I am using Google Translate so we can both talk into my phone and then we can see what each other is saying. It might take a little longer, but that's perfectly fine. I am available. I made sure all my afternoon stuff was out of the way so that way we can just sit and have a chat about the student just because I feel like this is very important. This is supposed to read out, but it's not. Oh, it would read out and see the blur is not helping. Okay. And they would talk and I would, have it going from good thing is like you can hit the button and then it swaps and it does um it detects what language you're speaking and then you can have it changed to English. So while they're talking, I would have it on like just recording what they're saying so then I can read it and then see what they're saying. All right. I wanted to have this meeting today because I really believe that your student has a great potential for success. They have shown it in the past, especially with
Quiero
their.
tener esta reunión hoy porque realmente creo que su estudiante tiene un gran potencial de éxito, lo han demostrado en el pasado.
That's what it's supposed to do. Okay, cool. That's what it's supposed to do. It's supposed to read it out. But I guess I went too long and it didn't work. But that's okay. All right, so it interrupted me. In the past, they have shown really great star results and test results that show that they're mastering content. However, after our first checkpoint, they really went down in the grade. They're no longer masters like the tip top. Now they're kind of like in the middle somewhere right here in meets, and we just don't know where that drop off came from. Now I do see in class that she does like to talk to and she does like to goof off a little bit. I have to put her in special places just so that way she can have the most potential. And I have talked with her privately before this parent conference, just because I wanted her to kind of understand the gratitude of the magnitude of the situation. And we just want to keep her where she's at. We don't want her goofing off. And that causes her to dip because if she dips just once, she's going to keep doing that forever. So we really need to stop it where we're at now. We want to keep it here and not let it just keep going. That's just not where we want to be. So I can show you here is the actual star results from last year. And you can see she mastered it. She's great. Amazing score. Then we come to the checkpoint and she went down a pretty big percentile. And this only covers what she learned last year and the first few weeks of fifth grade. And we just don't know where it's coming from. And we want to stop it where it's at. So we're hoping that this parent conference will put her foot on the gas and just really drive forward her mind and hoping that she takes accountability for her learning. So she just needs to have the I guess why can't I not think of the word? Have the motivation to do it for herself because she is in fifth grade and she needs to know that once she gets into middle school, they aren't going to baby her like they have been. Um, and I did. So we do have a another checkpoint coming up. And I just want to make sure that she is paying attention in class, being prepared for it, so that way we can actually see what her full potential is for this checkpoint. We want to make sure that she's back up to that master level and where she's been at for her whole entire school year. Well, school career. So yeah, we do send out things with both English and Spanish because I want you to be able to understand what's going on in class. Um, and anything you need to fill out, that way you know what you're filling out for. So don't worry about having to feel like you can't participate in class. We want you to be here as much as possible. Like we're sending home a letter about being able to come in and read with your kid. And it does have a Spanish side and an English side, so that way you can just flip over to the Spanish side and be able to read it. Because we want you to participate, we want you here, and hopefully that helps her see that you will help her be accountable for her learning and continue working with what she needs to work on. So that is it. Thank you so much for coming. And normally there would be pauses. Bye. Okay, so now that that's done, there would normally be pauses. Um, with like, obviously they would have to read and then they would say something and then I would read or it would speak it out to me. Um, but the good thing is where we're at in our field with fifth graders, majority of the students do know English and they can also help translate for you. Um, but this is just another way to do it. And then, like I said, every sheet of paper that is sent home for them has both English and Spanish on it. So that way we can make sure that they all know what's going on and we can all get everything with no questions and like no confusion. Um, so that is the plan. Um, Obviously, I didn't have actual test results, so it's a picture, but it would have the test results, and I would have it both in Spanish and English, and do like a bar graph that would, let's say, I can just do I can say this in a reflection. Never mind, I'm gonna edit this out. Sorry.